Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept your lack of focus, agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me, needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find a me in me.
This your sport by King David Jordan.
I hope everything is working. We're back. All right, so I think we got everything worked out. We went through all that. Everybody want to hear the DiJonai song today. We need the DiJonai. Can we play it? Can we play a little bit of that? It's crazy. Ah, man. It's really, really, really crazy. I don't know if we have it today, guys. It's been crazy. Hopefully everything is worked out. Everything is worked out now. I'm not sure. Having some problems, but we're going to keep going. Let's go with it. It's your boy King Joe. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's your boy King David Jordan. Welcome to the King Joe Show. Man. People, hey, Miss Catherine, thank you. Booby. Let's go, Booby. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let's go. Hey, listen, I don't know if you guys saw what I saw. And a lot of people been waiting. I had people hit me up all weekend saying, Katie, what do you think? What happened? What went down? And it's simple. It's very, very simple what happened. And I told you, I tried to warn you guys. I tried to tell you, I warned you guys from the beginning. I said, hey, the thing that Indiana has to do is pay with place. Pay with place. And people got mad when I was like, hey, this is going to be an interesting game. And y'all remember when they had the flyer out and they was talking about the flyer? And I told you guys, I said, hey, Caitlin should be on the flyer. And then I also told you that they had Alyssa Thomas, who played phenomenal. She played phenomenal. They had Alyssa Thomas on there who played absolutely phenomenal. But then I was also telling you guys, like, listen, they need to have DiJonai on there. I said the person they need to have on the flyer is DiJonai. And people are looking at me legitimately crazy when I said, hey, you guys got to put DiJonai because DiJonai is going to play a huge role in this series. And you have to start understanding that we see some things that everybody else don't see ahead of time. And we told y'all. We told y'all. Y'all remember when we was doing all the singing? And I was saying, DiJonai. We was doing all the singing. And when I was telling y'all, I was like, hey, it's going to go down. And we have to be very, 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 very mindful what's about it. But this is the thing. What I didn't expect is this. And as much as we want to talk about Christy Sides, as much as the Catch King Jordan and the mother YouTube building. All right, you know I'm here. As much as we want to talk about Christy Sides, as much as we want to talk about the struggles of the Fever and shooting the ball, all those things, we got to start with the Ric Flair poke that's been covered all over social media. The Ric Flair poke of DiJonai. Poking Caitlin Clark. Oh my God. Oh, that just oh my God. Look at it. And now a lot of people are calling for DiJonai to be suspended. And I don't know. I don't know if she's suspended, but I do know this. The WNBA has a bigger problem. And this is what I saw from the game, from the very beginning, the very start of the game. And I put on Insta, and I really, really did put it on Twitter. And if you look at my Twitter and what I said, and it got a lot of people like what I said on Twitter, and I'm going to show you what I put on Twitter. I said, this WNBA, this is embarrassing. This is the biggest game of the season so far, and this has been hard to watch. The officiating has been horrendous. And truth be told, what happened in this game to the Fever was, I haven't seen anything like it before. I had not seen anything like it before. And a lot of people want to concentrate on the poke to the eye, which we will get to. But the officiating in that game was so horrendous. I mean, off the real, one of the first plays of the game, they called a phantom call on Aaliyah Boston where we had to use a challenge and lose a challenge. Essentially, we lost a challenge. Not that Christian Science is going to actually, use it rightly anyway, but we essentially lost a challenge. And this game was so horrendously called. And I've never seen a playoff game, a professional playoff game, called and officiated so bad, probably in a long time, maybe even in my life. Shout out to everybody on X. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone on X. And when we watched the game, one of the major keys that we said at the beginning, when we did the review, remember we did the breakdown of what we should expect, when we did that, one of the major keys and one of the major things that we said that needed to happen was Indiana needed to play with place. We said Indiana needs to play with place. We need to make sure that we have a good pace going on so we can flow. It's a good flow to the game and them getting up and down the game. And the game was so horrifically officiated that the pace of the game was thrown off from the beginning. It was so bad that the commentators from ABC, ESPN, the commentators were saying, wow, this is choppy. They kept using the word choppy because the officiating was so bad. This is when I talk about the WNBA being trash. This is what I'm talking about. They're not ready for prime time. I don't know what the criteria is to be an official of the WNBA. I don't know what the criteria is to run the clock, the scoreboard, the 24-second shot clock. I don't know what the criteria is. But it was so horrific. Even when we inbounded, we got a rebound in the game, and they blew the horn. I could not believe it. I was like, what are you doing? We was getting ready to run the blew the horn. We had to blow the playoff because the clock messed up. And Caitlin Clark was losing her mind. Like, we're trying to run. We're trying to play with pace. It was one of the worst officiated halves that I've seen possibly in my entire life of watching sports. And y'all see it's a little sparkly, it's a little salt and pepper grace. I've been here a while. And we had just a horrific officiating all the way around. And normally you just talk about the referees. And I didn't just say the referees. I said officiating. That goes from the clock board manager, that goes to the 24 o'clock person, that goes to everyone that's running the horn, everything. And I think the Suns knew, Connecticut knows that if Indiana runs, and I told y'all, Indiana's gonna have to score. Indiana has to play. We're gonna outscore you. We're gonna outscore you. We're gonna run it. We gotta score. I told y'all they gotta score 95. We're gonna score 69? I said they keep around 69, we're gonna lose. We gotta get up in the 80s and the 90s, possibly 100. We get 100, guaranteed win. Because Maria maybe went off for a 27, and they still didn't break 100. And she was hitting some shots that was just amazing shots. Credit due. And I'm saying if we get to 90-95, we win in this thing. But all this starts with the officiating coming in and being so bad that even the commentators, even the people that works for ABC, even the people that works for ESPN, they're saying, man, this game is choppy. This game, this is not it. This is not it. And we tried to tell you guys over and over and over again, the problem with the WNBA is they are not ready for prime time. And this officiating showed it. The Caitlin Clark rules were in full effect, and the officiating did nothing. They did nothing. You legitimately had someone hit in the face. In the face. Hit in the face. And the officiating didn't even make a call. It wasn't even a foul. It wasn't even a common foul. It wasn't even it wasn't a flagrant one or a flagrant two. Now, according to the rules, if a person gets hit in the face, that should at least be a flagrant one or flagrant two. It wasn't even a foul. And you know what they said? The commentator said, they said, well, they can't review it because there was no foul call. They can't even upgrade it because there's no foul call. She got hit in the face. Listen, I might get gig. I don't want. I'm gonna play this. Hopefully, I don't get gig for it. But I just want y'all to hear. Listen to the officials. I want y'all to listen. Just pay attention to. Hit the thumbs up. If you're able to hit me, hit the thumbs up. Thumbs up if you're able to hit me and we're back. But what's crazy is I think the WNBA officials are trying to mute me and trying to stop this. They're trying to call a person to follow me. Right? They're definitely trying to do that. But listen, I want you guys to listen and to what the officials are saying. Don't play the video. I just want them to listen. We'll definitely fix them after this. Okay, it's not gonna play. All right, it's all good. It's not gonna play. But listen, the thing that we have here, what we've been having, is that the officials have been making calls and doing things, and they don't make the call for the team that needs to be made. They're not out making the call for the person that it should be played for. And that's what's really caused us a lot of to make a decision or a call that needs to be made, and we start wondering, why? Why aren't they making these calls? Why aren't they making why aren't they doing what they need to do in order to make things play right and do right? And the first thing we have to do is talk about the officials in the WNBA. And what we saw after the loss, and what we've been seeing all week, is people happy like, yeah, one more game, and we don't have to deal with Caitlin Clark anymore. One more game. And you got people being conspiracy theorists saying, why are they not calling fouls? Why are they allowing the game to be chopped up? Why are they doing this? And you got some people saying, one more game. Now, the greatness of Caitlin Clark cannot be exaggerated. Rookie of the Year unanimous. First team All-NBA. Assist leader for assist leader records, most assists ever in a single season, most threes ever in a single season. Her greatness can't be exaggerated. But what can be exaggerated, what can be something that is problematic for a lot of America, a lot of the WNBA and the things that they have. What's up? What's up, Steven? How you doing? A lot of it is, wow, it sure seems like they're against Caitlin. A poke in the eye and they don't call it? She leads the game with a black eye. And the media said, social media, here they go. Here they go. Caitlin Clark fans are the worst. Oh, they hate us. They just da-da-da-da-da. They just blow everything out of proportion. And we're like, listen, they didn't call a foul. Caitlin pushed DiJonai. Caitlin pushed DiJonai in the back. They called a foul. Caitlin gets poked in the eye, hit in the face, and they don't call anything. At least a flagrant one. Even if it's incidental contact. And what we're saying as Caitlin Clark fans is, hey, it's too many of these to continue going just to be like, it's coincidence. And I'm going to be honest. Let's be honest. Indiana, which I still think they have a great shot to win Wednesday night, Indiana get some kind of way wins this series, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Next series, they're going to get more physical. Shoot, this series, they're probably going to get more physical. Listen, Thomas is waiting. And I tried to tell you guys, and now I've been telling y'all all week, listen to me. I've been telling y'all all week, and I've been making jokes about it, and y'all know I ain't hit the music yet. But I told you guys, it might be time. Some of y'all been waiting. Yeah, some of y'all been waiting. But I've been telling you guys for a minute that this DiJonai thing was going to be bigger than what you guys expected. I told you DiJonai Carrington is going to be the person that's going to. Remember we was talking about the promos. I said, hey, they should have DiJonai in there. DiJonai is going to be a bigger issue. Now, Alyssa Thomas played phenomenal. She played phenomenal. She played absolutely phenomenal. That one-handed push shot was on the money. She was in the zone. But y'all gotta remember, man. DeWanna Bonner had 22. That's normal. That's normal for DeWanna Bonner. She's gonna give you that. Alyssa Thomas had 12 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. She had a triple-double. But she just about hit doggone every shot. And then Marina Mabry came in, and Marina Mabry went absolutely nuts for 27, which she could do. She showed that over. Thanks, Chicago. Thank you for that. Which Marina Mabry can do. We've seen that happen before with her. She can go nuts. But they played the perfect game plan along with the referees playing with it. And I told y'all, the way that the Connecticut Sun is going to win this series is they're going to make it ugly. They're going to make it ugly. And I mean ugly. Ugly. They're going to make it ugly. That's how they're going to. They got to make it dirty and grimy. Because if Indiana runs and gets out on the break, it's going to be a problem. Now, I already know what Christian Sides is saying as we speak. As we speak, Christian Sides saying, we're going to get the ball down to Aaliyah. We're going to pound it down low. We're going to pound it down low and get the ball to Aaliyah. And we're going to get it to Boston. But let's be honest, guys. We missed shots. Biggest issue with Indiana's offense wasn't that we wasn't getting the shots that we wanted. It was the fact that we were missing the shots. We were missing shots. We was missing wide open threes. Lightly contested threes. We missed shots and they hit theirs. It's a shot-making game. But a lot of that has to do with rhythm. A lot of that has to do with players playing in rhythm. And when you take a team out of their rhythm, it's hard to get back in. Every time you hear a great basketball player talk about when they go in the zone and they have a good rhythm, you hear them talk about, hey, I was in a good rhythm. I was in a good flow of the game. Indiana never got in a great rhythm. They never got the flow of the game the way they should have. And a large part of that was due to the officiating. Scoreboards going out every other play. Horns, inverted horns blowing every other play. Refs calling phantom fouls Every other play, having the challenge because it's so horribly officiated. Every other play. It was horrific. A large part of that, the choppiness that even the commentators that work for the league, that work for ABC, even they couldn't say, man, this is hard to watch. The Caitlin Clark rules was in full effect. And the WNBA, listen, once again, we're going to see what type calls are made Wednesday night, tomorrow night. We're going to see how it's played tomorrow night. I will tell you another thing I don't like about the WNBA. I ain't heard nobody say this, but this is only me. And I ain't heard nobody else say this. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's not the game Wednesday night in Connecticut too. Like, you do all that work to make a playoff. Let's make sure I'm not wrong. You do all that work to make the playoffs. No, it's at, let's see, Connecticut. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought. The game is at, oh my God. The game is at Indiana. I mean, it's at Connecticut for game 2. I've never, ever known a playoff to have a playoff series where game 1 and game 2 isn't at the alternate day. It's a best of 3. It's a best of 3. It's a best of 3. Whoever gets 2 wins, win. You don't think we worked all that hard to get a 6th seed? In order for us to get a home game, we got to win one of the 2? Shouldn't it be alternate? This is the stuff the WNBA. I don't know who ran it. I don't know who started the WNBA. But they had some idiots. Because it should definitely be first game in Suns, second game in Indiana, and the final game, the determining winning game is in Connecticut. Who is running this league? Who made this league? Who made these rules? I'm the first one to recognize. I'm like, dog, second game is still in Connecticut. Why are we still in Connecticut? The home team should get 2 games, and the visiting team, the higher seed should get 2 games, and the lower seed get 1. But the lower seed should at least get a home game in between. I ain't gonna be mad because after they win Wednesday night, then that means they gotta come to Indiana for the final. And I think then Connecticut, it's not fair to Connecticut would be the top seed. They have to play the final determining game off the road. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. What we have is WNBA is trash. I've been telling y'all that all year. All year I've been telling y'all that. And what we had in that game Sunday, and I'm going to tell you this too. They did $1.8 million, which is good, especially considering this is mid of the season. You had the Eagles playing at the time. Then you had the Cowboys playing in the second half. You had 2 more of the popular teams playing. And they did $1.8 million. But I guarantee you that a lot of people turned off after that first quarter and was like, man, this game is trash. A lot of people looked at that game and was like, man, this is tough to watch. The refs will not let these girls play. Or the refs was missing stuff. I mean, they were missing calls, out of bounds calls. I mean, come on, man. It was so horrifically called. Congratulations to Connecticut. Taking nothing away from them. They came with the Jordan rules. They came with y'all remember the Clark. They came with the Clark rules. They put the big on. I told you they was gonna do something. I didn't say Butter had guarded Caitlin in. That was a great adjustment made by the Connecticut Sun coach to put Butter on Caitlin. No one saw that coming. But then if that happens, then that means you have a somewhere, and then that was smart because they put Butter on Caitlin, then they turned around and put DiJonai. They put DiJonai on Kelsey. Smart. That's pretty smart. I can't even hate. Now, Aaliyah Boston, you got to go for 20, 25. Right? But we still was getting the shots that we wanted. We still was getting open looks. We just weren't knocking them down. And people thought I was playing when I did the music. and when I ended the show the other day with the DiJonai. But I told you DiJonai was going to play the biggest role in this series. King, she only had, 17 points. Yeah, she did. But she plays the biggest role. Because DiJonai, I don't know if you guys saw. Hold on, I gotta send that to my. It's on my phone. I don't know if you guys saw the after meetup between DiJonai and Alyssa Smith. I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw it. And Alyssa Smith looked like she was a little agitated. And for those that don't know, DiJonai and Alyssa Smith got a little thing going on. I don't know why I'm singing so much today. Why am I singing so much today? They got a thing going on. They got a little fling. DiJonai and Alyssa Smith got a little fling going on. And it's definitely it's interesting because, like, what if we find out that Bam and Jason Tatum really couldn't play because Jason Tatum and Bam were dating? Allegedly. What we find out that, there's a couple players that can't get their all because, they're in a relationship together. This is how messy this is. This is how crazy this is right now. You know what I'm saying? This is how crazy it is. Alyssa Smith and DiJonai. Alyssa Smith and DiJonai has a thing. They have a thing. And real talk, DiJonai seems to be the more dominant in the relationship. Right? She may be the prize. I don't know who's the man. None of my business. I don't know who's the man in it. I don't know who wears the pants in the relationship. None of my business. I'm just saying, Alyssa Smith is torn. She wants to play well, but her heart ain't in it. We couldn't even get Alyssa Smith on the court more than 9 minutes. We couldn't get Alyssa Smith on 9 minutes because she's torn. And I understand. She's dating DiJonai. She's dating DiJonai. She's torn. And my thing is this. If Alyssa Smith, from the beginning of the season, we've said, and I know the Suns rehired their president, and we've said all year, I said in all seriousness, that Caitlin Clark needs an enforcer. And now more than ever, it's the playoffs. So it's going to get physical. It's going to get more physical in the playoffs. Definitely more physical. But at the same time, you would think that Alyssa Smith would be that enforcer. You would think, actually, I don't, because I know Alyssa Smith game. Alyssa Smith wants to play on the perimeter. She don't want to play, I'm tough and I'm in your face, I want to get in lockdown. She wants to play on the perimeter. All right? She wants to be a perimeter shooter, you know what I'm saying? Do a thing. And that's what she feel like her game is. It's not my job to say she's wrong or not. That's what she wants to play. That's her game. But all I'm saying is, Alyssa Smith, you played 9 minutes. You had 0 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound in your first playoff game. And when DiJonai came after the game and tried to give you a hug, tried to give you some of that love, you was conflicted. You wanted to walk off and be like, nah. You wanted to walk off and be like, nah, get away from me, girl. But you couldn't. Because you know why? It was DiJonai. It was DiJonai. So you couldn't be like, get away from me, girl. You couldn't. And I understand. I understand. I told you guys, DiJonai will play the big role in this series. And so far, I've been right. Because Nalissa Smith, we need Nalissa Smith. And this is all about the love. DiJonai went down hard. Nalissa Smith was worried. Baby, you okay? But what we need is somebody to go, and when DiJonai pokes Caitlyn in the eye, to go punch DiJonai in the face. You know what I'm saying? To go punch her. We need somebody. We need an enforcer. We need a Draymond. I gotta go back to. We need an enforcer. You don't need nobody going be like, oh baby. Y'all think I'm making this up? What's up, Dave? Y'all think I'm making this up? After the game with Nalissa Smith and DiJonai, it was so awkward. It was so awkward. And I was like, yo, what? It was funny. Watching them walk off the court, and DiJonai came to her to give it a hug. And see, y'all think I be lying. Y'all really think I am capping. And I get it. Cause she's conflicted. Nalissa Smith is conflicted. Cause that's her and DiJonai. That's her and DiJonai. And I get it. DiJonai is a beautiful young lady. And Nalissa Smith is like, that's my baby. You know? But Nalissa Smith, man, y'all might need to stay like away from each other to after all this is done. You know, you might need to come and say, hey, for the playoffs, we're staunch enemies. After the playoffs, we can get back to being lovers and friends. But right now, as of right now, it's crazy out here in these streets. And Nalissa Smith is conflicted. And you can't be mad at Nalissa Smith for being conflicted. Because her and DiJonai has an issue. They have something going on. And I don't know if y'all saw earlier last week. I know Mike reported last week. He was talking about the fact that Nalissa Smith is already kind of plotting her out of Indiana, and DiJonai was like, "Yeah, baby, they don't know what they got." You know what I'm saying? I'm not making it up, guys. This isn't me making it up. This isn't me making it up. So when Caitlyn gets poked in the eye, nobody's running and going, "Hey, man, what you doing, shawty?" Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Y'all remember this video? I told y'all Mark Bars came and echoed what I said about Caitlyn needing an enforcer. Y'all remember this? Play that. Because they may not remember it. Play it. Oh, my sound is still not working right. We're still having technical difficulties, y'all. Y'all bear with me. But that's the type stuff that we're having and we're seeing going on with DiJonai. And it's a little conflict. And this only happens in the W. Now, I don't know. It might happen in the NBA too. You know what I'm saying? It might happen in the NFL. We don't know. We don't know who got relationships. We don't know who's diddying. And we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on in these sports. But for the most part, we don't feel like this is a big issue. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, we don't feel like, hey, DiJonai and you know, we don't feel like that's a huge issue. Or somebody possibly being in a relationship with someone else and being conflicted. But we have to figure it out. Can't pay Nalissa Smith at all. 9 minutes, 0.0. One rebound, 0.06. One rebound. Man, come on, Nalissa. I get it. I understand. We don't know who wear. I don't know who wears the pants in the relationship. We don't know. We don't know who wears the pants in the relationship. But Nalissa Smith, we need you focused. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be real. This is. I'm making a lot of jokes about it, but seriously, Christy Size may need to think about starting Tammy Finley. We've been saying it. We've been saying it. Make an adjustment. You make Christian Size, and I told you Christian Size is gonna be the reason. If we lose this series, it's gonna be Christian Size not being able to make adjustments. Christian Size, what you may need to do is make an adjustment. And that adjustment could be, hey, we're gonna go big. We're gonna go Tammy Finbele. We're gonna go Aaliyah Boston. We're gonna go Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, and Caitlin. Or I wouldn't mind if her starting Dantas. Dantas had probably the best game out of anyone for the Fever. Because guess what? With Dantas, they're gonna get wide open shots. Debbie, what's going on, Debbie? Prodigal, what's good? I wouldn't mind, but Christian Side's gonna have to make some adjustment to the lineup. Maybe even oh Lord forbid it. Maybe even if they're gonna run a Bonner on Caitlin, maybe even running I don't know. Get your shooters out there because we missed some wide open shots, some wide open threes. But I said it again. I said, hey, we can win this game if we do a couple of things. We hit wide open shots. We play with pace. The refs heard us playing with pace. We missed wide open shot. Kayla didn't have a great game, 2 for 13. Kelsey Mitchell, 9 for what, 20? Didn't have a great game. Nobody really had a great game, like a standout game. Aaliyah Boston had 14 and 7. She did okay, but nobody had a standout game, and largely it's because our pace was off, and largely because of the refs. And what I hate about the media is trying to portray it as some type of the reason being inexperience. Rookies playing inexperienced team, a young team, inexperienced team. And I get it, and we are, but at the same time, you have to sit there and say, hey man, the officiating was horrific. On both sides. They missed some calls for the Suns also. But it was largely favorable to the Suns than it was to Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever. And DiJonai was actually trending today, which is interesting. She's actually trending today. DiJonai. She was trending today, and I think that's very interesting. And I think a lot of people, because it was an article saying that possibly she had implied that she possibly did it on purpose. And LA Times was criticized because the LA Times released that there's a possibility that she actually did it on purpose. Because of the media coverage surrounding Caitlin Clark, WNBA rookie season has been strange. It's so charged that even legacy newspapers covering her games can't stop making themselves a part of the drama. Sunday, Connecticut Sun opened their playoff series against the Indiana Fever, 93-69, a shellac and a beatdown. Just a little over a minute into the game, WNBA Rookie of the Year was poked in the right eye by Connecticut's DiJonai Carrington while passing the ball. Dog, she wasn't even shooting. She was passing the ball, got hit in the eye. Clark fell to the floor, clutching her face, but no foul was called. That's crazy. Just reading that is crazy. No foul was called. While she never left the game over the injury, she ended up shooting just 23.5% from the field. It's hard to shoot when you can't see. Like, I tried it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to shoot when you're blurry. When your vision's off. It's hard to shoot. And this is less than a minute she get poked in the eye and they don't call anything. Hard to shoot. And Caitlin, being the trooper that she is, she never blamed the eye. She never said it was a problem. She just said, I just missed shots. She said, obviously, she got me pretty good in the eye. Clark told reporters, I don't think it affected me. I got good shots. They didn't go down. It's tough. It's a tough time for that to happen. Had 3 wide open in the first half that I usually make. It didn't feel good when it happened, but I don't think it affected me. Ryan Ruocco just called out the WNBA officiating. I told y'all twice during the game, just in the first quarter. First one was wrong call on Aaliyah Boston, and now the non-call after Caitlin Clark was hit in the face. I got to say the officiating, the announcing was much better and much fairer than the officiating was. So much better. And I was listening. We were all screaming the same thing. That's why I don't go live. Like, people be like, "Can you go live for, go live stream when you're watching the game?" I'm like, man, no, because I'll be hollering at the TV. That's on foul. all this went down. And they were sitting there saying, listen, the game is choppy. The game was choppy. That's what the whole first half, they kept talking about how disjointed the game was. The entire first half, they kept talking about how the pace of the game was lacking. And when I tweeted, it's hard to watch. And if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at King Joe. That's at I am King Joe. I am King Joe. At I am King Joe. Don't do I am King, because then you might get that. Take that. It's I am King Joe. While the contact appeared accidental, speculation ran wild immediately that Carrington had intentionally poked Clark in the eye. That's only because she looked like Ric Flair. Y'all remember Ric Flair used to be wrestling and he used to be getting beat up, and then after he do the walk and he fall down, boom, and get back up, the guy walk up to a Ric Flair, go boom, he poke him in the eye. Pop. She Ric Flair Caitlin Clark. That's crazy. That was the Ric Flair poke. The speculation was fueled by incident on June Sunday Fever game in which Carrington appeared to mock Caitlin. That was soon followed by the Suns players' comment that appeared to be a dig at the Indiana Rookie over her response to questionable question about her name being used to weaponize and push racial bigotry and narratives. My question is this: if you have all this going against, it's hard to play hard when your girl is going against the team. Alyssa Smith is calling the rock in the hard place because her girl is going against the star of the team. The team kind of got to look at the Alyssa Smith side. If I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm looking at the Alyssa Smith like, yo, are you for me? Like, can you really navigate between having, her on another team and being my teammate? Having your girl on another team, can you really navigate that? That's what I want. Can you get over the love juices of DiJonai? You know what I'm saying? Are you fighting? Oh, this is DiJonai, baby. We got to know what you're doing, Alyssa Smith. We got to know. Speaking of, there has been a season-long discourse on the way Clark has been treated on and off the court by many WNBA players, awfully specifically citing black players who are perceived to be overly aggressive or negative to her, resulting in racist or misogynistic commentary. Indeed, the eye poke continued that trend on social media, with many ex-users and media members alleging that the contact was intentional. Few, if any, took note to the fact that Clark also incidentally hit Carrington in the back of the head during her game, knocking her contact out. I'm pretty sure that was called a foul. All that leads to Monday's Los Angeles Times write-up of the game and its follow. The article from Chuck Shisker, what's his name, Shiskin, recapped the events noted above, providing the aforementioned context between Carrington and Clark. The article also includes lines, the contact appeared to be accidental. The article did not mention Clark's accidental hit on Carrington's head. Right? If anything, that was payback for getting poked in the eye. The initial headline for the article read, Caitlin Clark suffers black eye. It was caused by a player who mocked and called her out in June for flopping. It should be noted that the writers are often not in charge of the headlines for the articles at the media organizations such as the LA Times, so it's unclear who wrote it. I need to change mine. I think I'm changing this show to Caitlin Clark got a black eye. That's an awesome. Hey, that's awesome. I'm gonna click it if I see Caitlin Clark got a black eye. I'm gonna click it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch it. So it's unclear who wrote it. Regardless, many people in the WNBA and sports media world took it to be a suggestion that Carrington deliberately poked Caitlin Clark in the eye, or at the very least seemed to be applying intent. All right. If I worked at LA Times, I would be emailing about people who wrote and approved this headline. And those people who are willing to put their names behind accusing Carrington of intentionally poking Caitlin Clark, they didn't intentionally go. They said Caitlin Clark got poked in the eye. She got a black eye. She got a black eye from the person that mocked her and said that she need to talk more about black issues, which is amazingly crazy to me. Your name has been weaponized against black people. We need you to speak. I ain't never heard nobody. Listen, man. Other than a candidate, I ain't never heard nobody tell somebody else they need to speak out against the trials of another race. If they ain't ready for political office, I never, ever. Hey, you hear the trials of black people. I know you're a little white lady, but we want you to speak out against the trials of black people. I don't need Caitlin Clark to speak out against the trials of me. As a black man, I speak for myself. I want Caitlin Clark to hit buckets. Go out there and get buckets and play basketball. People weaponize your name. You need to speak out against people weaponizing your name against black people. Girl, I would have been like, man, have I said it? No. Have I said anything racist or misogynistic or come against you? No, Caitlin, you haven't said anything. You said everything that's supposed to be said. All right, then. Don't ask me about it no more. That's what I'm saying. Like, they bullied. It's different types of bullying, right? And then people get mad at us for recognizing that it's different types of bullying. And we recognize when people are being bullied. Oh, Caitlin didn't get bullied. That's what ESPN tried to say today. Boy, I got to do another show on that ESPN with Stephen A. Smith and what happened on Stephen A. Smith. I got to do another show on that. Y'all look out for that coming. Y'all look out for that show. That show's going to be crazy. Because when they talk about Caitlin Clark and the argument between Molly and the way Molly set that thing up so bad, and Stephen A. had Stephen A. and Shady like, what did you just say, Molly? Then turn around and gave the other girl the last word. And we was looking like, that's so ESPN, ABC-ish. But I'm just saying. Now she said, oh, they being racist against me online. It ain't racism. You poked the girl in the eye. She got a black eye. This is another thing. Let me say this too, because I'm getting tired of these WNBA players. Listen, it's a part of me. I want Indiana to win the championship. Let me say that again. I want Indiana to win the championship. I want Indiana to win the championship. I want Indiana. I don't feel like the league, WNBA, doesn't want Indiana to win the championship. The officials don't want Indiana to win the championship. Even though it's probably best for the league if Indiana goes long in the playoffs. Trust me, if Indiana loses tomorrow night, the WNBA season is essentially over. It's over. How do you know? Collier just went for 38. Aja Wilson just had a great game. They won. Stewie then won. And guess what? Hey, all people talk about is the fact that Caitlin Clark got poked in the eye. It is over. If Indiana loses Wednesday night, the WNBA season is officially over. It's over. They're crowned a champion, and we be like, cool. I'll continue to cover it a little bit. But it's over. It's over. And please, if Wednesday night is a microcosm of if Sunday is a microcosm of what's going to happen on Wednesday night, or an example or a prelude to what's going to happen on Wednesday night, and that's how the game ends, trust me, nobody's watching the rest of the NBA playoffs. Nobody. You got Stewie and Asia in the finals battling it out. They're a struggle to get 1 million views. We're going to see the numbers. We're going to see the numbers because we know Caitlin did 1.8. She did almost 2 million, and she had some huge games some very games of legitimacy going on this week. And she did 1.8. And I tried to tell you guys, and people like, oh, I thought it would be more numbers, right? People like, I thought it would be more numbers. I thought it would be more. And I tried to tell you, I said, yo, the WNBA is not promoting it right. We sat here and people like, y'all just complaining. Y'all ain't, no, you're going against the NFL. You're going against in the NFL, and now you're about to go against Major League Baseball in the pennant races. And college football. You're going against football. And everybody knows anything about sports and media and sports media knows that what? NFL is king. So in order for you to get eyeballs on something that you're doing during this time of year, you're going to have to promote like heck to make it happen. And when that product shows up on the court, it has to be A1. It has to be great. It has to be good. That's why on Christmas, when you got the NFL and you got the NBA going head to head, the NBA puts their best marquee matchups. It's Steph versus Curry. They put their marquee games up to say, hey, we're going to put our best product and y'all need to ball out because it's Christmas and all the eyeballs going to be on y'all and y'all going against the NBA, the NFL. The WNBA is trash, dog. You cannot convince me after sitting here and I've had the notion that they're trash for years, but after sitting here and see how they've done business this year, seeing how they treat their players this year, seeing how they're marketing their players and how they're done for their players, the people in leadership of the WNBA are horrific. They need to make some serious changes. Real talk. If it wasn't for Caitlin, if it wasn't for Angel Reese, if it wasn't for some of these younger players, and now me getting to know some of the older players like Enrique, and get to know some of these other stars, Asia and all this stuff, I really would want them to tank and kind of restart this whole league up again. Like just do a makeover. But now so many of us are invested. Thank you, Caitlin. Not so many of us invested, kind of short of a little bit, thank you, Angel. Now people are invested in it. It's kind of hard. Now you have to do it on the fly. Nafisa Collier is fantastic. Asia Wilson is fantastic. Right? Fantastic. If Indiana loses tomorrow night, then WNBA playoffs is over. Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. And we're going to get the numbers of what they did this week. They need to start over from what she said. Hunter says they need to do a deep cleanse. Like if you agree. Like and subscribe if you agree. They need to do a whole reset of the WNBA. All the riffraff that was there, you got to get rid of it. You got to cleanse it. The people in charge, you got to get rid of them. I'm going to be honest with you. The media is covering it. You got to get rid of it. You got to cleanse the whole thing. You got Sheriff Swoops, one of the old guard, that represent the old guard. You got to get rid of them. Somebody said that Angel Reese was fourth in we found out that wasn't true. They tried to say Angel Reese was fourth in MVP voting. I was like, who was voting for Angel Reese? Y'all got to get rid of these people. It needs to be a cleanse, a deep cleanse. They need to shampoo it, vacuum it out. It needs to be a cleanse. Man, the numbers are crazy right now. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you agree to get this type content coming on. We're coming on again tonight. I'm talking about the Cowboys tonight, though. We're going to talk some more about Caitlin, but we're talking about the Cowboys a little bit tonight, too. So y'all make sure y'all get to that because we got some things to talk about. We did call my team the Cowboys up to the day. And I want to talk about Deion. And I want to talk about Colorado. They pulled off that miracle victory. Tonight, late night show, King Joe. Tonight. It'll start around 9-ish, 9:30-ish. Let me go eat dinner with my people. Around 9:30, late night show tonight. It's going to be tonight. I'm coming back tonight, and we're going to talk more Caitlin, what they need to do to win the next game, and then we're going to also talk about Deion and the Cowboys. But when we're talking about the WNBA right now, I am happy that, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you. No stories, David. No stories today. He said the Cowboys, right. He said, hey, David, show up for tonight. I got some things to say to my Cowboys. I'm a Cowboy fan. I got some things to say to my Cowboys. And then I want to talk about Dion, because Dion is doing something I don't like. Dion, we got to talk to Dion. We got to bring Dion to the top, to the citizens. We got to have a board meeting about Dion. Let me say this. Caitlin Clark is the savior of the WNBA. And they're trying to crucify that girl. They are. She's not Jesus. Not even close. No comparison. Not even close. But when it comes to the WNBA, they want Barabbas. That's crazy. That's a crazy analogy, but it's true, though. It's crazy, but it's true. They want Barabbas. They're trying to destroy this girl from day one. They try to destroy her. And you know what Barabbas stood for? Barabbas stood for the old guard. I am going to tell a story. I'm sorry, David. I do have a story. Like, if you look at the story of Christ, and we're not comparing Caitlin Clark to Christ, it's simply an analogy, okay? It's an analogy. If you look at Barabbas was in jail because Barabbas, the Jews was enslaved, and allegedly, from historical standpoint, he's in jail because he plotted to kill a Roman a Roman publican. And I think he might have even got away with killing a Roman publican and stealing money from the Roman National Guard. They were largely a group of radicals. There's largely a group of radicals. He's a part of that group. All right? They represented the old guard. Then you have somebody that comes in that's representing something new and fresh and isn't done anything wrong. Has done nothing but bring life, love, joy, peace, all those things was representing. And guess what happens? They yell crucify him. Right? And my Lord and Savior, my Lord and Savior, they crucified. But they had a choice, right? And the choice was to get Barabbas, who represented the guard of trying to rebellion, who represented trying to go against what was going on as a hierarchy because they were in slavery, which they were enslaved. He represented that. So when the choice came to the people, you had something great, pure, and then something that represented rebellion, something that represented going in a different direction. You had all those. This is just an analogy. Say it again. Analogy. Don't be putting me on. This guy compared Caitlin Clark to Jesus. I know what y'all do. I know what y'all gonna try to do. But what I'm saying is this. The old guard went through, the Pharisees and the Sadducees went through, and they conspired to destroy this righteous man that brought a new guard up, that represented the new a new way. That came talking differently. That carried himself differently. Here's the analogy. You got WNBA, who's a prison, who's enslaved to financial ruin, to failure year after year, who can't get out their own way. And then you have this new person comes in that brings life, joy, happiness. And guess what they're trying to do? The old guard is conspiring to get up out of there. And it's been happening since day one with the Clark rules. And Diana Taurasi warned you that the Clark rules was coming. She said, hey, she's playing against them 18-year-olds, but when she get up here, she's going to be in for a rude awakening. And hence comes the Clark rules. Now, the Clark rules, let me make another analogy. This is an analogy central today. The Clark rules is equivalent to the Jordan rules. Jordan rules, you have this spectacular player, and they say, hey, if he gets in the air, I remember Isaiah Thomas saying in the interview, if he gets in the air, he said, man, if air get up in the air, man, it's over with. So we got to knock him out the air. We can't allow him to get up in the air. We got to be physical with him. We got to clothesline him and get him in the air. They said they call her White Jesus. No, she calls her White Jesus. That's what's her name. That's I forgot her name. She calls her Jesus. White Jesus. But once they get, they said, Jordan, you get in the air, we got to clothesline him out of the air. And Detroit Pistons took that to a whole new way. Like, hey man, if we allow them to get in the air, it's over with. We gotta be physical. We gotta get him. We gotta knock him out the air. Anytime he goes to get in the lane and go in the air, we gotta knock him out the air. And it took the NBA changing the rules and implemented flagrant fouls. That's where flagrant fouls came from. Boy, we got a super chat. Super chat. Oh, thank you so much. Got super chat. Hit him with the horn. Thank you so much. Hit him with the horn. We got a super chat. All super chats we read live. This is from Pegwardo. He says, Christy saying, CC, don't turn the ball over again. Gets in her head. Listen, man. Christy Size is one of the worst coaches. Pegwardo, first, thank you for the super chat. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Pegwardo, for the super chat. That means a lot. That's huge. And Pegwardo, listen, I want to say this. Christy Size is one of the youngest, most inexperienced coaches in the league, and I told you from the beginning that Christy Size would probably be a big issue with this playoff series. Her adjustments would definitely be an issue with this playoff series. Her lack of adjustments. We're going to see. Pegwardo, we're going to see. And you're right. She keeps telling Caitlin, don't turn the ball, turn. And Caitlin didn't have any turnovers. To what, the fourth quarter? Third or fourth quarter? She had turned into the third or fourth quarter. She was taking care of the ball. But it was so disconnected that they couldn't do what they're doing. Largely because of the officiating. And that officiating goes back and looks at the league. Thank you once again, Pegwardo. Listen, any super chats, you send the super chats, we read it live, and we discuss it right then. Thank you so much. It helps us continue doing the show. And if you don't mind hitting the like and subscribe button, oh, man, we like at 200. Please, we got to get them likes up. Come on, YouTube. Y'all got to get the likes up. Come on, X. Let's get those likes up to help out the algorithm. Let's get the likes up. Let me start playing music again. Get the likes up. Hey, let's get some likes up. Let's get some likes up to help out the algorithm. But we're looking out here and we're seeing that the league, Pegwardo, the league is assisting Christian Size and getting Caitlin Clark. But the league is having an issue, so the guard has to change. There has to be a changing of the guard. And when you have a changing of the guard, that's what it is. Hey, Steve, in the chat, y'all get those lights up. Get the lights up. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, man. That's much love. That's love all the way around. But we have to see it has to be changed in this league. It has to be changes made. From the top to the bottom, it has to be changes made. Or else, guess what's going to happen? They're going to kill the light. Man, next year, you got Paige Beckers coming. Year after that, or a couple of years down, you got Juju coming. You got Flage coming. You got so many great players that are coming up from the WNBA that are marketable, that people care about, that people want to be, that people want to follow. But listen, I do agree with something that they said today on ESPN. They're going to look back and say, dang, Caitlin Clark had to go through all this. The mental, the stress off the court, the Caitlin rules on the court, the refs not calling her. You know, I mean, we knew the hazing was going to come from the players, but dog, I ain't know hazing came from the refs too. Like, you know, and it does, because you have refs say, hey, Ricky, you ain't going to get that call. You're a rookie. But it's the playoffs. This is the playoffs. Changes has to be made. Changes have to be made. Marquis says it's play trash. League, team owners, league officials, all trash. This is not about making money. They want victim seeking. It's lit. I couldn't say it better myself. It's trash. We got it. We deserve better. And trust me when I say. He said the dream. That's funny, Dave. Yeah, the dream coach talking about Caitlin Clark. Man, listen, man. Caitlin Clark brought so much money to Atlanta. One of the Atlanta officials should have went and slapped the dream. I can't say that. That's violence. We can't. We do not condone violence on here. One of the Atlanta officials, city officials go, do you know how much money that girl brought to us? Hush your mouth. Tell the Caitlin Clark fans we love them. Come back again. Come back. Hey, come back again. Come back again. We're welcome balls. We welcome you guys back again. Come back again. Come back again. But they so in their ways that it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. The only way that they continue to make Amish Evans, what's going on? It's been a while. Debbie, what's going on? Peckwaddle, thank you. Speaks the cat, what's going on? Sync, how you doing? Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. Trying to get 2,000. Man, 2,000. We almost there, guys. Halfway there. Halfway to 2,000. Trying to get 100 subscribers. But if they lose Wednesday night, I kind of have to agree. The viewership is going to go down. They're going to crown a champion. The viewership go down. The best thing for the WNBA, and I'm not saying, listen, if the Suns, Connecticut Suns, go out there and they beat them girls, they beat them. They beat them. Congratulations, DiJonai. But if Caitlin them is cheated or it's one-sided in officiating, is, the clock's going off, the buzzer's going off, man, somebody should have got fired. I ain't for taking folks' job, but somebody should have got, if not fired, strongly reprimanded. And if it happens more than once, why can't you give a technical to the team that it happens to? A delay a game or something. Come on, man. Gameplay was so choppy. They start, run a couple plays, it's a challenge. They stop, run a couple plays, it's the clock. They stop, run a couple plays, inverted horn. They stop, run a couple plays, another bad call. They stop, run a couple plays, somebody get beat up. They stop, running plays, somebody hurt. They stop, running the plays. All this keep going. How can you get it in the rhythm? And we said the way that Connecticut wants to play is they want to play a rugged, nasty, ugly game. Ugly game. Oh, they get on the list of Smith and DiJonai. Ugly game. How Indiana should win? How can they win? I think we're going to see Christy Sides make any adjustments. I think Christy Sides should start Tammy Finbele. Bring Alicia Smith off the bench. Bring Alicia Smith off the bench. That's what I think. I think they should go. They should definitely start Tammy Finbele. Bring this. If she's giving you 9 minutes, you just starting her for looks anyway. And she gave you in 9 minutes. She gave you absolutely nothing. Let's listen to what DiJonai. Do we have sound now? We still don't have sound. That's crazy. We don't have sound yet. What is going on with that? We got to figure that out. Because DiJonai has she's made a comment. She's come out and she has a comment about the hit. Let's see if we can run it this way. Let me see if I can run it from my end. So we can run it that way. Let's see if I can run it from my end. DiJonai has sound on what happened with Caitlin Clark. Let's see if I can run. Let's see if we can run the sound. This is what DiJonai had to say. Okay, hold on. She says. Let's see if we can get the sound working on that. All right, here we go. Here's the sound. Let's see if we got the sound. Let's play it.
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am. So yeah.
Hold on. So did you?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through.
Yeah. DiJonai. She said, "Can you stand the pain?" All right, I'm sorry. That was the DiJonai Carrington said. DiJonai Carrington said, "Can you stand the pain?" Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself there. And that's breaking DiJonai making the, you know what I'm saying? That's DiJonai breaking news. That's her response to all the criticism she's been getting all across the world. All the criticism she's been getting across. She said, it wasn't me. She didn't know. She didn't know she poked her in the eye. She's like, she's just laying on the floor. She's like, I didn't know. I didn't know my fingers, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know my I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. But that's DiJonai for y'all, man. It's interesting. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. Listen, guys, thank you guys so much for rocking with me. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoy the show so far today. Listen, we're going to come back tonight. We're going to do part 2 tonight. We're going to talk about what can the Fever do to win. It's going to be around 9 o'clock Eastern time. What can the Fever do to win? We're going to talk about the Cowboys and how they got punked out these last 2 games. And then we're also going to talk about Coach Prime and how Shador and Travis Hunter continuously, they love that man because they continuously build Coach Prime out. Continuously, bro. And Coach Prime's doing some great things, but we got to call him to the board meeting with the citizens. They play continue. I'm just saying, y'all got to stop, man. Listen, man, DiJonai Carrington is a character, boy. She's a character. I like DiJonai. Y'all think I don't like these? I be making fun and having sons and stuff like that. Y'all think I don't like these girls? I like these women, man. These women are fantastic. They're fantastic athletes. And they're really, really interesting. Really interesting. Super interesting. A little dirty. Some a little nasty. But, they're really interesting. Also, look out today. I got a throwback game that I'm going to react to between Enrique and Kennedy Carter. We got another super chat. Hit that horn with another super chat. Give it that horn. You gotta turn it on. Give it to him again. Y'all cheat him on the super chat. Come on. Thank you. We got another super chat here. Thank you for the super chat. Peg Watto again said, "What was crazy? Lisa hugging CC parents before." Oh, Lisa hugging. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, bro. Peg Watto, send me that. I need to see that. Thank you for the super chat. Don't tell me that. But we'll figure out what's going on. I think now you gotta start Finn Bingley. You gotta make a change. Maybe we start Dantas. Dantas played very well. Both of them have playoff experience. And I think you have to legitimately think about possibly starting either one of them. You can think about starting either one of them. But great. Listen, a lot of things we saw, we did not like, we didn't care for, but hey, it is what it is. I think I think the Fever definitely has a chance this next game. Play with pace. Go down a little bit more. I think you guys have an awesome chance to win and pull out the upset. People think it's over. Listen, I don't think it's over. I need all my Clarkies. Put your hands towards the screen. If you believe in me, put your hands towards the screen. If we're gonna win, they're gonna win this next game. It's going back to Indiana. It's going back to Indiana. And we can't wait till it goes back. Oh, we got it. We got it. Wait, we gotta play this. Wait, stop the music. Stop. I was telling y'all, we talked about the Lissa Smith and the DiJonai situation. We found it. We found the Lissa Smith and the DiJonai after the game. This is what they said. Listen, this is breaking again. This is breaking again. You know, ain't nobody talking about it. But this is what we found after the game on this. Rivals on the court. Lovers off. See, y'all thought I was playing. Y'all thought, look, this is after the game. She's like, babe, are you?
I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here with me.
Distinctly remember.
Said we'll talk when we get home. No. I knew I loved DiJonai.
She held on for like at least 10 seconds. It felt like. I'm like, it's because you were in a dream. Back at home. That I was not. Thank you. She swears she didn't do it on purpose. She was like, I just was making sure you didn't fall. Bro, the way that she wrapped them arms around, she damn near interlocked at the front. Bro, nah, you dragged it. You dragged it. Can you finally admit in front of me and everybody else you dragged it?
How did I drag it? I helped you up.
Bro, because wait, hold on. So you be helping everybody up like that? Have you ever seen me?
Oh, you heard her say you been helping everybody out? Listen, the Lissa Smith is conflicted. Listen. You gotta let it go, Listen. Gotta let it go. This is crazy. What we're involved in right now is crazy. This is crazy. We all in the WNBA, you know what I'm saying? All in the WNBA. I wish I would see brothers from the NBA talking to the man. Listen, I don't think we're ready for that. We might be, I don't know. But all in the WNBA do we have this type of things, this type of craziness going on, man. This is so interesting. I'm telling y'all, this is so interesting. We'll talk about it a little bit later, 9 o'clock. Join me tonight. Please. Join me tonight, 9 o'clock. No later than 9:30, guys. 9 o'clock, 9:30-ish. We'll be doing the King Joe show tonight. Late night show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Please, if you get a chance, join me tonight. Y'all have a great day. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna play my outro music. We're just gonna dismiss until later. Listen, y'all be blessed. Remember, go for your goals. Don't let nothing stop you. Cause success looks good on you. Join me tonight. We're gonna talk about First Take and the Candy Clark argument that ensued yesterday. Cowboys, Dion, more WNBA. I'll see y'all later. It's your boy King Joe. Peace. As the W Toms, that's hilarious, Amish. Y'all be good. Peace.
Stay get down.